It would have to be hiking on the Appalachian Trail really for the last about 5 years to miss the fact that AI is continuing to be a key driving force in our current economy and in the healthcare field, as a matter of fact. And I recently had a friend of mine who reached out to me and asked me, what do you wish your colleagues really knew? What would you encourage them to do in their use of AI? And I would tell you the same thing that I told him, and that is experimentation. And I believe that that is a critical piece to taking the right steps and begin to understand what AI can do, what AI can do for your practice, what it can do for you as a doctor, what it can do to help you better serve your patients, or maybe serve your patients more because it could help you lighten some of your administrative requirements and administrative roles in your practice. So experimentation is a key component. And so I would tell you, please start playing around with AI. Ask it some questions. If you're not sure what to ask it or how it can help you, I would tell you, ask it to help you find how it can help you in your practice. You might be absolutely amazed at how good it is and how much it can relieve and pull off of your plate. Now, I say all this and I want to make sure that this is covered really well. AI has some challenges regarding protected health information. So you have to be aware of exactly what you're putting into AI as a prompt or as a part of your conversation or your chat with AI or AI agents or whatever the case might be. If you are going to put in PHI, first of all, I would tell you, unless you have a business associate agreement in place with the provider of that service, then you shouldn't be putting anything in. So many of your EHR systems, you'll have a business associate agreement. Make sure that that BAA is actually covering the use of AI under their umbrella or their specific agent or chat machine or whatever the case is. Otherwise, do not put protected health information into the system. So if you're using just ChatGPT, maybe you've got the Pro version or Claude in the Pro version or whatever system you're using, whatever you do, unless you have a HIPAA compliant version with a business associate agreement in place with one of those, you don't put in PHI. So that is one of the warnings that I would give you and make sure that you're aware of. But I also want to encourage you to begin to use it. And there's a really simple place that you could start. If you want a good place to start, use Paxson. This is the ICS's, this is the Illinois Chiropractic Society's AI version to help you do all things related to your practice. It has been trained on many things chiropractic, and so its knowledge base is broad, and it's also been trained to say I don't know. So we have challenged it and pushed its limits to ensure that if you ask a question that doesn't necessarily fit within its knowledge base, it's going to come back and tell you I don't know, or hey, that's not a part of my learning. That's intentional. We want you to be able to trust the information that it's providing based on this breadth of knowledge that has been trained on. It's been trained on about 4,000 different pieces of information, both directly from the ICS or other sources that we deem to be primary sources of information, to make sure that the information you receive out of Paxson is accurate and complete. Now, that doesn't eliminate the need to be able to really review the final product and ensure that it does meet the requirements, but it can give you a bit more of assurance of the quality of information you're getting out. By the way, you can get there. You can just go to ilchiro.org and select Paxson. If you're a member, make sure that you select the members option, because there are two different versions of Paxson. One gives very brief information and then also reminds you to log in if you're a member. The other one you can have extensive conversations with and ensure that you're getting the end product and the end information that you want. So I would encourage you to make sure you do that. You can actually get directly there if you just go to Paxson, that's Paxson.ai, Paxson.ai. It'll take you right to the back end of the members only version of Paxson. Regardless, I can tell you this, you want to make sure at the end of the day that you begin to use AI. It is too much of a game changer. It democratizes technology because you can just have a plain English everyday conversation. You don't have to understand all of the technical terms. You don't have to make sure that your search is exactly correct in order to return the right information. Instead, you can just have an ongoing conversation to get out what you need specifically today. Challenge you to do that. Go to Paxson.ai, and or just jump out to ilchiro.org to get what you need to at least get started with the Paxson version. But if you're using the others, make sure you by the way, that the PHI requirement also, you don't have a BAA, you don't have a business associate agreement with the ICS, you do not put PHI into Paxson either. So I just thought I'd give you that warning as well. Be cautious when you're using it, but don't be so cautious that you don't use it. Experiment, play, and find out what it can do for you and how it can help you become more efficient in your practice. We'll catch you next week.